You arrive here because a small part of you believes something different is possible. Not a flashy overnight change, but a steady reclamation of who you are becoming. Today, I want to invite you to a practice that bends time in your favor, writing from the perspective of your future self. In the next minutes, you'll learn how to journal as the person who already achieved what you long for, to rewire belief, create clarity, and direct daily action toward that outcome. This is an offering, not a trick, a ritual that uses language, feeling, and repetition to change how you move through the world. Ready to step in? Keep listening, because the next part will show you how to build a practice that actually sticks. When you write as your future self, you're not lying, you're informing your nervous system what is true. Neuroscience shows that imagined experiences activate many of the same pathways as lived experiences. Your brain doesn't always distinguish between a vividly imagined future and a memory. So, when you repeatedly describe success, calm, presence, and resourcefulness from the vantage point of your future self, you prime your mind to pursue actions that align with that identity. This is core manifestation technique. Identity precedes results. In practical terms, it makes decisions easier and fear less persuasive. In the next moment, I'll guide you through the structure to use so your words carry weight and your practice feels believable. Before we write, create a container. Choose a consistent time, morning light or quiet evening, and a physical journal you like. Sit comfortably. Breathe 3 slow, intentional breaths. Consider a single question. What would your life feel like if your biggest desire was already true? Let the answer sit in your body for a moment. No forcing. Then open the page and date it as if it already exists. December 15, 2 years from now. Naming the date trains the mind to accept the timeline. Keep your pen moving and let the voice flow. In the next section, I'll give you exact prompts and a sample script you can adapt to your life. Language shapes identity. When you write, choose words that assert completion and belonging. I am, I have, I feel. Resist the voice of doubt that wants to soften your statements into wishes. Remember, you are practicing an identity habit. Try this. Begin with "Dear me" and continue as someone who already stepped through the doorway you see now. Describe not just outcomes, but the way you move through your day. What time do you wake? How do you nourish your body? Who greets you at the door? The sensory detail is the currency of believability. Up next, I'll give you a guided template with prompts you can use each day. Use a repeatable frame so repetition becomes muscle memory. Start with a date and "Dear me," then a one-sentence identity statement. I am calm, creative, and receiving what I need. Next, write 3 specific experiences from your day that reflect that identity. Small moments, not grand events. Follow with a gratitude line that references your future reality. Close with a short action sentence. What did you do today that moved you closer? End by signing as your future self, a name or a phrase that belongs to that version of you. This structure makes it simple to begin and deep enough to transform. I'll read a full example for you to borrow or personalize. Listen closely. Imagine this on your page. June 3, 2027. Dear me, I wake with gratitude and clarity. I start my morning with breath and a short walk. Today, I held a calm conversation and felt confident offering my truth. A client's message arrived, confirming the launch. I celebrated quietly. I choose nourishing food and speak kindly to myself. I am grateful for the ease of creative flow and for the people who support me. today I took one brave step. I sent the proposal that felt risky, and it landed. Love. Words alone create a scaffold, but feelings give it weight. After you write, take 30 seconds to close your eyes and breathe into the sensations you've described. Where do you feel warmth, expansion, or relief? Put your hand there. Name the feeling. I feel calm, I feel capable, I feel loved. This small somatic practice signals to your brain that the future is happening now. Over time, those feelings become associated with the actions and choices of your present self. Ready for a micro ritual that fuses emotion with language? I'll guide you through it next. After journaling, place your palm over your heart and read your entry aloud, slowly. Let inflections soften or brighten naturally. As you speak, visualize one specific scene, a small victory that proves the belief. See the colors, hear the sounds, and feel the physical sensations for 30 seconds. Then, name a tiny action you will execute today that matches that version of you. 5 minutes of focused work, one honest conversation, a walk. This bridges imagination and habit. The next passage brings a guided reading you can follow, especially on shaky days. If doubt intrudes, use this short script. I notice fear, I honor it, yet I choose to act as the person who already lives this truth. Repeat it until the edge of panic softens. Then, return to your page and underline one sentence that feels true, however small. Keep that line somewhere visible, a sticky note, a phone wallpaper, a notebook corner. This becomes an anchor during difficult moments, a whisper from the future when today's noise feels loud. Next, we'll reach the heart of transformation, how this daily ritual compounds into a new identity. Consistency is where magic hides. A single future self-entry can spark hope, but daily commitment compounds into habit and then identity. Each entry is a small vote for courage, for presence, for the outcome you intend. Over weeks, these votes shift default behavior. Choices become easier because your inner narrative has changed. You notice yourself choosing differently, often before the external world catches up. In the final section, I'll share tips to keep the practice alive and ways to track progress without turning it into pressure. Treat your ritual with compassion. Missed days are not failure signals, they are feedback. When life becomes noisy, shorten the practice, one sentence, one feeling, one small action. Celebrate continuity, not perfection. Consider monthly check-ins where you read previous entries and notice who you are becoming. Share a line with someone you trust, or keep some pages private and sacred. The point is to preserve the intimacy and potency of the practice so it continues to nourish you. Up next, a brief motivational invite to imagine your life with this habit embedded. Picture yourself months from now. The morning ritual is familiar. Decisions slide into alignment, and the small actions you took daily have built a different life. That life is not distant, because you've been writing it into being, day by day. Today, choose one sentence to write in your journal. Today, I acted like the person who already has what I want. Then take one small action that proves it. If this practice resonates, share how you'll adapt it in the comments. Who knows whose life your idea will change? Remember, your future self is not a destination. It's the daily person you become. Now go write the first line.